dates? Okay, that's cool. I got a question for you then.
Okay.
How do you pull girls when you're in a relationship? How do you pull a threesome for your man?
Oh, that's easy. Sorry, that sounded awful. I'm such a fuck girl. It's so bad.
No, we like fuck girls.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
There's girls out here.
Like to like other females, like it's no. I'm gonna expose myself.
No, go ahead.
Hoes are mad.
we gotta help these chicks out, you know.
I feel like the easiest way to go about it, right, is you start talking to a female like you would, like just like forming a friendship, talking to them. Like if you're in public, like let's say at a club or some shit, right, and you're like, damn, I think she's fine. You think she's fine? All right. What are we gonna do? Like I just start talking to her like normal, invite her over to like hang out, whatever. And then like I would be very like open to the fact of like, yeah, isn't my man like fine? Like, you know, you just kind of start to set the tone of like, I'm open to this. I'm okay if you think he's fine. You know where this is going.
So you hype your man up.
I mean, it's a little bit, I don't gotta hype myself, you know, but I have to let her know it's okay if she's thinking these things about my man.
You got to give the permission.
Kind of, because like, especially for me, like let's say if I was the third girl, right? If I'm coming in, I think you're fine as fuck and I think your man's fine as fuck. But I'm not going to say that about your man. Like, I'll tell you, you look fine as fuck. But, like, I'm going to keep I'm going to be respectful. I'm never trying to step on anybody's toes in a relationship. Right. But as soon as you're like, oh, yeah, like, you're so fine too, baby. Like, what do you think my man's cute? Like, you know, oh. Yes. But it's hard, though, because some females, like, think they're cool with shit until they're not. Because I was like that at first. No cap. Like
you thought you were cool as shit?
No, like, I thought I was cool with, like...
with
threesome type shit at first. Like it was a whole up and down, back and forth. I just really love women, but I'm also very jealous and territorial.
Okay.
So like I like to do it like where it's like me and the girl, you know, and you can't fuck with her. I'm sorry, you're not fucking her. It's not happening.
Is it like a insecurity thing that happens? Like she's got like a better body.
I would say that I mean I'm pretty open with it. I think there's a couple of different things. I think me and my man have had a very up and down past. So I think there's insecurities from that.
Okay, gotcha.
On top of, I think there are the thoughts of like, does she suck dick better than me? Does she do this better? Can she please you better? Does she satisfy more of that visual thing for you? Does she sound prettier when she moans? Like there's different like thought processes that definitely go through. But jealousy can also trigger this weird like sexual almost urge to do better. So it can be fun, but you have to really trust the person you're with to like do some shit like that. Because there has to be the aftercare though. Like, I love you. Like, you're my person. Like,
yeah, you kick that third person out. Like, you can go.
Yeah, no. There has to be the like, you're my person. This was just like an experience. Like, you know, and honestly, that's why we don't dabble in that as much anymore. Because like, I think that's something for me that I really have to be in the right like
mindset for.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't be feeling insecure in your relationship or anything and have a threesome and think that's gonna fix it.
That's facts. That's facts. There's a lot of communications up to that point too. Like,
you have to be able to communicate, and there's a lot of boundaries and barriers. Because maybe like for me, like let's say maybe I was okay with her sucking your dick, but I'm not okay with you like fucking her or eating her pussy
or kissing her because it's too intimate.
Right, exactly. Maybe there's different parameters or vice versa. Maybe there's stuff where he's like, oh, I'm not gonna eat her pussy. Just know that. Like, or different shit, you know, where it's like, because that's where my man was at. Like, he's like, I'm not eating nobody's pussy but yours. That's a lot, you know.
And you wanted that to happen, or?
It was just like us having a conversation about all the boundaries and like all the different, you know, stuff that goes along with it. I don't know that I would have cared, but I think that like the type of person I am, if I really love my man, it's really hard for me to share.
That makes sense.
Like, I'll do it like more where it's like, okay, like she's playing with me and like I'm eating her pussy and you're fucking me, or like they're, you know, whatever fuck, you got stimulation going over here, visual, like you said, like this is beautiful. But I can't do that. I don't know.
No, it makes sense because I've been seeing this like upward tick of like trends that's been going on. It seems like a lot more women are thinking like, oh, I'm totally okay with sharing my man and all this stuff, but they haven't even gone through the...
Are you?
Right, exactly. They haven't even gone through the concept of like discussing these things. They're just like fantasizing in their head.
Well, and yeah, maybe it's hot at first to think about, oh, like this sexually charged, like maybe at first it's hot, but once you get down to the nitty gritty, maybe it's too much, like you can't handle it, you know? Because that's kind of where I got to, because at first it was fun, it was cool, you know, whatever.
New experience.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it definitely is something that I would not be opposed to in the future, but I think it has to be very like, I trust you with my everything. I know nothing's going to happen. Like there's nothing.
Gotcha. So just right now, it's like a big no for you. I read this article where they were saying that couples are starting to have sex more, especially if the woman's doing OnlyFans. Do you feel like OnlyFans has improved your sexual relationship dynamic inside your relationship, or?
I honestly feel like the opposite.
You feel like it slowed it down?
I wouldn't say necessarily slowed it down, but I think it's definitely one of those things where some days I'm just not feeling it. I don't want to be felt like, I don't want to feel like I'm doing work. And sometimes that's what it becomes, like, especially when we used to do like more of our videos together and like film them, it becomes more like, okay, we're fucking, but like we're doing work. And,
Yeah.
you know, like I feel like that can definitely become, especially with, I think, being a dancer too, like you're always sexualized, whether it's dancing or OnlyFans or whatever, like you're just always so sexualized. So then when I'm at home with my boyfriend and, you know, like we're cuddling, whatever, I don't want to be that sometimes. It's like, I just want you to snuggle me and give me hot chocolate and, you know, be that safe space. So I think,
do cute shit together.
right. I think it definitely, we actually had like a conversation about it recently where I was like, damn, like I go through spurts. It's either I'm really fucking sexual or I'm really not. And I don't know if that's in contribution to shit like that, but it very well, I think, is.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I think it definitely does add on to it because when you're sexualized multiple days throughout the week and you only have like a few days where you don't get sexualized, it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck, I want to like.
I'm gonna wear
I just want to be
that
a
t-shirt. I'm not doing
Let me
shit
be
with my
ugly.
hair. Yeah, no, literally. No, and I actually, you know, we had a conversation about that as well, where I feel like I'm always getting dressed up for work. I'm always getting dressed up for these shoots, whatever. And then my man was kind of like, hey, you don't really get dressed up for me. And
That's fair.
I was like, okay, like, I'm sorry. Like, I totally get that. Like, I would love to get dressed up for you, you know, but I definitely think it becomes one of those things where if you're not doing those things, you don't put as much effort into yourself because it's like, fuck, I'm doing this all the fucking time.
That's true. That makes sense because that just explains so many things that happen. Like the people that come to Vegas and then they party really, really crazy and they come from like a small town. It's because they're not like getting that every day. But because we're getting that every day here, we avoid the strip. We avoid the partying. You know what I mean?
I don't even realize half the cool ass events that are going on down there, the shows or shit, because I just don't. Unless I'm down there for work, I'm not down there.
Yeah.
I think we had this conversation with you or some of the other guys, but like, you know, since we work at a strip club, we see titties and ass all the time, every single fucking day. So when you see a girl like that's nicely dressed, you're like, damn, that's hot.
Yeah.
Right now, you're like, damn, the way that those pants are looking.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like sometimes I'll go to a strip club with the guys and we'll just go there and then like girls like titties in my face and stuff. And I'm like, this is not really doing anything because I see titties all the fucking time. Like they're nice. Like I appreciate nice pair of titties, but it's like,
I think
I want to see what you look like dressed
way.
in jeans and high heels and something. I want to see a little crop top.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think the reverse almost kind of happens for women with men that work in the strip club. We see and talk to so many types of men that it's like very little can impress us and we seem jaded or we seem stuck up, I think, as strippers. But I think we've just seen a lot and interacted with a lot of fucking bullshit.
What do you mean by that? Like, in the reverse, what do you mean? Like you want a more successful dude or?
Yeah, I think because, okay, like his example was like tits or nothing. Like I don't care.
Yeah, you get these.
So like when you're in the strip club, like you doing something little and nice for me isn't shit. Like as bad as that sounds, but like you deciding to just like, I don't know, like not like little nice stuff, but you giving me $100, it's like, that's not shit. Like you spending money on me, that's not shit. You have to show me that I'm worth your effort and your time and all this other stuff. Because we see all the bullshit. We see all these people that want to throw $500 in our face and think like we're not shit after that. Like we'll do whatever the fuck because you just threw money at us.
Right.
So I think like
What's an example of like something that's like extravagant that you're looking for?
I think that's very different, like girl to girl, but me specifically, like for like, let's say if my man were to wake me up with my favorite drink from Starbucks and then be like, hey babe, like, you know, I'm going to make some breakfast and then do you want to go to the dog park? And like, I don't know, just putting in that time, doing things that like showing that like you watch my day to day and you know what I like and what I do and like that you care. Like that to me is like, damn.
So it becomes less like materialistic and more like of a deeper meaning. And like,
yeah, I mean, because it's nice to do like, oh, here's a fucking Gucci watch or this or whatever the fuck, but like I've had guys come into the strip club and hand me stuff like that. Like that's not to say it's not nothing and that I'm not appreciative of it, but in comparison to like what I need and crave, like that's not it.
It's like I think what she's trying to say is like she gets so much superficial shit.
Yeah.
That like the little things, like the meaningful things, like
Exactly. So it's like I feel like a lot of girls that aren't in the strip club are very like, where's my man with the bag? Where's the da 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 da? And I mean, I definitely don't want you to be like not motivated or have anything going on, but like, man, if you can pull up to my house with my favorite, like my order legit down to the wire from Starbucks, oh boy, you know me. Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna get you a blowjob for sure.
A little handy.
Oh, not good enough for a blowjob.
That's a disgrace to a man. You think you can jerk off a man better than he can jerk off himself?
No, but I think you can relax more while I do it. You know?
She makes a fair point.
She does.
That's a fair counter.
That was a good counter. I can't rebuttal that one.
I challenge you to a battle of wits, and I see you come unarmed. I can't talk. Damn.
Can you make your man come jerking him off in like a couple seconds?
Oh, not in a couple seconds.
See, then you don't know him well enough. You don't know him well enough.
Just fondle the balls a little bit, get in the fucking. Never mind.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to tell us about your
my blowjob fucking skills.
Yeah, you got to demonstrate it with hand motions though.
Yeah, so we can send it to the ladies and so they can send it to their boyfriend, or boyfriends can send it to their ladies.
So it depends how much length you're working with. Because if you can get the double grasp with the like, kind of thing, phenomenal every time. No, if you're sloppy with it, can get the spit in there, that twist with the top every time.
Okay.
But you got to like switch it up and go from like here to like a complete what?
Oh my
You know?
God. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Nice. Did you find that funny? I did. Thank you for watching WakuRadio. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification button, and comment below if you like us or not. And there's more clips and more videos, full episodes.
Amnesia, forgot how I chew a beater. Cooking up the track, I'm the baker just like Anita.